One is berberine, which is probably just as effective as a medication called metformin, which they use for diabetes. Metformin helps you improve insulin sensitivity. And so does berberine. So berberine would be a great tea to start drinking through the day. The other tea that's really good is green tea. So both of those teas are what I'm going to recommend. And there's something else that's not a tea, but it can help you, apple cider vinegar. So you can do a teaspoon or a tablespoon in a glass of water. Okay. Because you're diluting it, you're not taking it directly. It's not going to bother your teeth too much, but you could drink it through a straw if you're concerned. I like to add a little lemon with that, or even blend an entire lemon with the apple cider vinegar and then drink it down with a straw, because now we have the lemon, which is an acid, but those things can actually help you as well. All right. Number 3, being consistent. Now, if you weigh yourself every single day, you're not going to see much, and it's going to be discouraging. If you look at yourself in the mirror from one day to the next, you're not going to see any difference because it's going to be so gradual. And the chances of you dropping off go up if you're discouraged and you don't see results. So the best thing to do is take a picture of yourself, don't show anyone, and do another picture of yourself maybe in 2 weeks, or even, this is better yet, a month. So you can really see some changes that are occurring. You have to really acknowledge that this problem has been going on for a very, very long time, and it's going to take some time to undo. And in the process of doing this, it can be discouraging if you're not seeing results, but just realize it is working. And one of the best indicators to know it's working is that your appetite and cravings will go away. That's what I want you to focus on, as well as maybe your clothes fitting looser, maybe your energy improving, your mood improving, but not the weight loss. It's get healthy first, then lose weight, not the other way around. Your body considers this extra fat as a survival mechanism, and it doesn't like to get rid of survival. So what you have to do is focus on really getting your body healthy. And a big part of that is fixing insulin. And it takes some consistency. If you're doing it sort of, or let's say you're doing the ketogenic diet, like not quite consistent, your results are not going to be there. And so you're going to have to really bite the bullet and do it for real. Just a tiny bit of carbs, whether that's a half a glass of wine every other day, or maybe a little snack of some carbohydrate, like a piece of bread, can severely block your progress for up to 48 hours. So if you're doing something that's not on the program every other day and you're not seeing results, realize that you just knocked yourself out of ketosis, and you never give your body a chance to be in ketosis long enough to really see the results. It's the little things that you need to avoid that will make a huge difference. Number 2, doing the healthy version of the ketogenic diet with intermittent fasting. They both complement each other. What are we trying to do? We're trying to fix insulin resistance. How do you do that? Well, you lower your carbs, and you don't eat so frequently. And this is why intermittent fasting with lowering your carbs is going to be essential. If you're doing intermittent fasting and you're eating a lot of carbs, don't expect a lot of great results unless your metabolism is already really good and you haven't created insulin resistance, which is rare. Most people have insulin resistance. They just never were tested by it because their doctor never did a test called HOMA-IR and never evaluated the fasting insulin levels, okay? They looked at the blood sugar levels, but not the fasting insulin levels. If you want more information about that, I put a link down below. Now, with number 2 recommendation, healthy ketogenic diet, I want to emphasize nutrient-dense foods on this program. So I highly recommend you don't make a habit of eating out much. Why? Because the food at restaurants, unfortunately, has too many bad things, and they don't focus on nutrient-dense foods. And there's a lot of like omega-6 corn oils and soy oils in the food, and you really don't know what you're getting. So it's better if you control your own food and focus on things like eggs, salmon, grass-fed hamburger, big salads. The more nutrient empty your foods are, the more of that food you have to eat to get healthy. So why not focus on nutrient dense foods? Unfortunately, farmers are paid on weight and yields, not the nutrition in those yields. So I've done a lot of videos on this, and I will put some links down below. But doing the healthy version of keto with intermittent fasting is number 2 in importance. All right, let's do number 1. Are you sitting down for this? Okay. Transition from your 2 meals a day to 1 meal a day. That's called OMAD. Now, why is this so important? Well, you get 23 hours of fasting. And that's when the magic happens. When you transition from this 18 hours of fasting or 16 hours of fasting or 20 hours of fasting to 23 hours of fasting. That's huge. Your liver has a chance to really regenerate. Your entire digestive system has a chance to reset. The insulin receptors that have been so downgraded start becoming extremely sensitive. Your ketones start increasing by 3 times. And your body is finally becoming fat adapted to the point where if you did go off the program, your body can bounce back fairly easily. In other words, if you do OMAD, your body becomes a fat burning machine. So my most important tip for intermittent fasting is to do a lot of it, okay?